Hey, what's up, folks? We are back with another episode of Unbox Your Face. Today, we're going to be playing with Mondo and their new man thing. Holy crap. It's going to be cool. It's going to be huge. Not enough Marvel monsters in the world, I think. Designed, sculpted, and painted by James Groman, the man, the myth, the legend, who brought us Mad Balls and other creepy guys. So I'm gonna pop this open and freak out probably a little bit. And then we're gonna look at how he scales up with some of the other stuff you've got in your collection. So that'll be fun. See how easily you can get him out with one hand. That box is awesome. There's side. Like faces in there. Just my imagination. Here's the back. Shows you all of the different versions they made. They made Devil's Kaiju version, which looks like it's got glow in the dark bits. I've got the regular. Got a psychedelic version. Groman's green. And a pen and ink. Very cool. I haven't even seen these other ones. There's all the credits. Hector RC. We know him. Special thanks to Jesse Falcon. Let's crack this open. Holy crap, this is gonna be so cool. So cool. Giant size man thing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right, we're gonna put this on pause so we can crack this out. So hang out. Okay, right off the bat, new toy smell in full effect. Holy damn. Knock you on your butt. The sculpt is so cool. It's giving me Inhumanoids vibes. Here's the full shot. Damn, he's big. Wow, look at his mouth. That's awesome. He's got a snake coiled around his leg. He's got mushrooms growing. Got a clawed hand. Some thorns going on. I love when they do breaks in a sculpt like that. It makes it way more monstrous. So it's hard to believe something's alive that has openings like that. All the tendrils, more mushrooms. You know, for a fairly muted palette, like fall color kind of palette, it's definitely working a bunch of different colors, which is cool. So cool. This is probably going to be my favorite James Groman piece of all time. So he's not that heavy. See his vinyl figure. So just know that. But he's beefy as hell. That's cool. It's like mutated human bones coming out of his back. The spine popping out. A little bonsai tree up top. So many details. Holy damn. It's so cool. Wow. That's freaking amazing. I love it. I love every inch of it. Ugh. Okay, now who do we want to see him with first? We could do a quick comparison with his old Toy Biz counterpart. So this would be the first Man-Thing. I don't think I ever completed the Build-A-Figure Man-Thing from Hasbro, so you're going to have to go without that one. I think he's missing like one part, but I didn't care for all the figures on that line, so I don't want to get sucked into getting all the Build-A-Figures, man. It's too much. So this is the old Toy Biz, which is no slouch in itself. Such a great figure. I prefer this one to the new one anyway. The new one has such a standard body, and you could see the what's his face from Alpha Flight. You could see his body through all of that. Sasquatch. You can see Sasquatch's body above all. And while a lot of these pieces were used for the Toy Biz Sasquatch, I feel like it more suits Man-Thing. Being all skinny and lanky and creepy looking. I think only in modern comics. I don't know if he's beefy in the modern comics or not. I don't read a lot of the new stuff. I think the last thing I read was Strange Academy. Some bits of that. So I know he's involved in that too, but I really need to read up on my Man-Thing. So in a couple of minutes, you're gonna see what I remember. I quickly went through the Marvel 616 index to see what there is to know about Man-Thing, because I know shockingly little about him. So even though he's a monster and monsters are my thing, so I gave it a once over, and we'll see what I remembered. Okay. So all right. So here's Man-Thing. You can see how he sizes up to him, which is fantastic. If you want to see the other monsters, what few there are made as action figures, here's the Living Zombie. And we got Dracula. These all came from a Toy Biz monster set, which was very cool. I probably bought this the second I saw it in the store. It's Dracula. I have to pardon pose. He looks a little wonky. We got Frankenstein. Whoops, straighten out his leg at least. All right. There's Frankenstein. And we got Wolfman. There you go. There's the core monsters. So they look awesome with him. I always feel like Man-Thing should be that big, because, I mean, he can grow and shrink, and the more fear he absorbs, that's canon that, like, he'll get to, like, enormous sizes. So, I don't mind having a giant chunky Man-Thing, and I think this is going to be the main Man-Thing in my Marvel displays from now on, because look how cool he looks. It's freaking neat. And if you want for good measure, you could throw in Morbius. And we got, can't remember his name. This was Jay Jonah's son, who went off to the moon and became a werewolf. Can't remember what was his name. It's a pretty great sculpt in itself too. Even though his mouth is a little weird and his head only looks down because of the action that they put in him, but man, I like monsters, so it's all good. Is that all the monster guys I have? Yeah, pretty much. I'll do the teams in a minute so you can see. So there's a monster yearbook right there with my skull background, which I thought was apropos for the moment. Here, I'll do a sweep across so you can see them all together. In case you're dying to get all these monster figures. And there you go. Okay, so now we can lose him. And Dracula's got no more use. And the zombie's got no more use. Werewolf is in a team. Frankenstein is in a team. And Morbius is in a team. How about we leave Morbius there? We'll bring in Ghost Rider. Stand for me. This foot does not want to straighten out. Come on, man, cooperate. Why isn't this foot straightening out? Oh, there it goes. I can stomp it a little bit. There we go. Alright, so there's Ghost Rider. That's my preferred Ghost Rider now. It came with this awesome bike. So, Legion of Monsters. Legion of Monsters was Ghost Rider, Man-Thing, Morbius, and Werewolf by Night. So there's your Legion of Monsters lineup. They look awesome together. That's great. I might have to do a setup just like that. Let's see, what other teams was Man-Thing on? Man-Thing was on a weird-ass team with... Hang on, just dump Ghost Rider. He was on a team with Shadowhawk. See if I can get him standing right. He's got weird feet too. Been in a bin for too long. There's Shadowhawk. And She-Hulk. There we go. She cooperated right away. Nice huge figure. Look at the size of her. That's great. I love when they care about scale. And who else was in this team? I believe it was Frankenstein. It was actually shorter than She-Hulk. And lastly, Howard the Duck. That's a great crew. Look at that lineup. You want a movie about this, don't you? Howard. Shadowhawk. She-Hulk. Soon to be a TV star. And Frankenstein. Man-Thing in the background. I don't remember who they fought at all. Not a thing. All I do remember is that Man-Thing and Howard the Duck did a lot of junk together. Fought a lot of wizards with really dumb names, and I think they fought a guy. What was his name? Fascist. So fascist. They literally fought a guy named Fascist. So yeah. So it was like that. It was dark times. all the dumb stories that they put Howard in Man-Thing got a piece of them too. Man-Thing seemed to have fought a lot of Conan wannabes and B-list sorcerers that weren't in any of their comics. So yeah. But if we want to do a sorcerer lineup, we can do that too. We've got Brother Voodoo. Since Man-Thing is the protector of the Nexus of Dimensions, I believe. Something to that effect. Got Doctor Strange, of course. We have... What are the sorcerers I have down here? Oh, Satana, of course. She actually pops up more than a couple of times. With Man-Thing. She's going to slide until she falls over, but we got the shot, and that's what counts. So, it's the sorcerers. I know on one occasion, Dormammu tried to unleash hell on Earth. So, let's see how Dormammu scales to our big boy. There's a face-off. That's pretty awesome. That's great. That looks really cool. I might have to do something like that. Or if you want to talk about face-offs, most often in the comic books, for some reason, AIM was always up Man-Thing's butt, so we'll have to get that worked out. Actually, let's put him on this side. Move him over here. There we go. Let's get some aim going. One aim guy. Here's two aim guys. Get him to stand. Come on, stand up. Whoops. You don't want to stand. Hang on. I will get him to stand. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So it's two aim. And we're going to put in third aim. But this guy knows what he's in for. Hang on. I gotta adjust his feet. So he'll stand up. There we go. There we go. So this is what all the aim face-offs probably look like, you know, because the main thing with Man-Thing is he feeds off your fear. So if you're afraid, you burst into flames. So that's what they'll look like after that, and then they just run away. And then Man-Thing is lonely again with his smoldering pile of ash. But the new line from Lightyear has given us some options so that AIM can properly take him on. Let's see how this looks. This is a little more of a fair fight. That's nice. That looks cool. Now, Mattel made these Lightyear, what are they called? Cyclops robots in 2 sizes. So you can get a big one going on, and you can get one that's about like, say about like yay big. So you could beef up your AIM soldiers. Some mandroids of their own. That could look like a cool setup. One time, Shield came calling. Believe it or not. So Shield shows up during the registration acts that were going on, and so I'm sure nobody wanted that job, but they had to do it anyway. So even though 90% of the time Man-Thing is like a lumbering pile of swamp, inside his mind is the man he once was, but he can't really think. So he's like super dulled down. So yeah, trying to get him to register himself as a superhuman is not really a good idea. So this is probably how it went. And there you go. Yeah, so, yep. You can't blame Man-Thing. You know, if he just touches you, you burst into flames, so. Try being, you know, if you came in person with this, could you not be afraid? Could you be fearless with that thing staring you down? I don't think so. So, yeah. This is what's going to happen to all of us. No good. So, yeah. That's how that went. Yeah, so he's had some other encounters. Of course, he's met up with Spider-Man. So, let's see how they scale up, because this is going to look brilliant. That's great. This is one of my favorite Spider-Man. I think this is from the Sentinel wave, I do believe. And then he has cross paths with the Hulk. So we'll get that going down. I'm sure that was not a friendly encounter. Let's see what Man-Thing's reach looks like. Does it move? I'm sure he moves a little bit. Let's see. Let me get this arm going. Maybe? Maybe. Oh, there it goes. There you go. Oh, cool. That's the that's what he injected himself with. So Man-Thing is actually a cocktail of his human self's design mixed with Kurt Connor's lizard formula, because they worked together at the time, and then the swamp that he jumped into had some mystical properties. So he's a mix of all that good stuff. Okay, that doesn't turn. So it's just going to be the singles and the head and the legs. So there you go. There's the fight you want. He's got some good reach. And then, what else is there? Not that much to speak of. He also did some things with when that whole Onslaught thing went on. He went on an adventure with, believe it or not, Franklin Richards. So, this is a good scale up. Here, put his arm back down. That's cool. The tiniest figure up to the big man. So in his time in the comics, he came across the X-Men, and the Thing got pissed off that somebody was using his name because they were calling him, I mean, they call him Man-Thing. So he went to find him, and they probably fought too, which is dumb, but you know, Thing's not known for his intelligence. And yeah. Oh, the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts also used him for a little while as a means of teleportation because he can open up portals. So that was kind of cool, but I mean, they didn't give him any personality at all. It was just a surprise that he was in the book. I have no idea what he was doing with Strange Academy. I think I only read up to when the kids went into the swamp, and he probably turns up at some point, but I do not recall what he had to do with all of that. But yeah, that's the gist of it. So this is Mondo's on sale now. You can get him immediately. Every awesome inch of him. So snap them up while you can, because this is going to be a $1,000 piece in the future. Just brilliant. Thank you very much to Mondo for supplying me with a copy of this bad boy. And I'll see you folks soon. Later.